Hello guys, welcome to Acquire Knowledge. This is your Maurice Moses here. So in the last video session, we are going to be discussed about the introduction part of the reproduction organisms as per the NCERT. The book today we are going to be again discuss about the in this video section we are going to be discuss the some more explore about the reproduction in organisms. So in the last section we are going to be discussed about the what is the meaning of the reproduction. Now in this video section again we are going to be discuss about the something we are going to be just observing the two important terms in the reproduction in organism. The re is nothing but the again, and the production is nothing but the formation. Is it right? The formation of the organisms, again and again is termed as the reproduction. The reproduction is nothing but the formation of the organisms again and again. Or the even we can able to say that the multiplication of the organisms again and again is termed as the reproduction in organisms. Today we are going to be discuss about the NCERT definition of the reproduction in organisms. What the definition they are going to be mentioned in NCERT. So most important thing in the NCERT they are going to be mentioned that the reproduction is the biological process in which the organisms which are having the ability to give birth to their young ones or the offsprings which are quite similar to their parents. This is the most important definition of the NCERT. So what definition is saying that the reproduction is the biological process. Reproduction is the biological process in which the organisms which are having ability to give birth to their young ones or the offsprings. Offsprings which are quite similar to their parents. So which is not quite true for the all the perspectives. So some exceptional cases are there. So what the definition is saying that the reproduction is the biological process in which the organisms which are having ability to give birth to their young ones or the offsprings which are quite similar to their parents. Some of the exceptions are there. So it is only true for the some conditions. In some other conditions it will not going to be true. Why? Because in the reproduction we are going to be majorly observe the two kind of the reproduction. One is the sexual reproduction, another one is the asexual kind of the reproduction. In the later onwards we are going to be talk about those things. So what is the exceptional cases? So most important thing, this definition is only true up to the species level. So what it means, that is nothing but the organisms which are having the ability to give birth to their same kind of the organisms. For example, we are the human beings, we are having the ability to give birth to the another kind of the human beings, not other any kind of the tiger or the elephant something. So same like that, the definition is only true for the species level. So take the another example like the elephants which are having the ability to give only birth to the baby elephant itself, not to the other kind of the tiger or the bear. So for that reason we are going to be saying that the definition, what the reproduction is the biological process in which the organisms which are having ability to give birth to their parents which are offsprings which are quite similar to their parents. So it is only true up to the species level. How exactly human can able to give birth to the only human. Elephant can able to give birth to only the baby elephant. So somewhat variations are also be there. How means if the father and the mother are having the different characteristics, they are going to be give birth to their child. The child either may be having the father characteristics, or either it may be having the mother characteristics. Either if it may be the child may have the different new other characteristics apart from both the father and the mother. This is the possible. So for that reason, this definition is having some of the exceptional cases. Some it is not going to be 100% true for all the cases. It is only true for some of the cases. So for that reason we are going to be saying that once again we are going to be repeating that the reproduction is the biological process in which the parents which are having the ability to give birth to their offsprings or their young ones which are quite similar to their parents. It is only quite similar, quite true up to the species level. So that is nothing but only the same organisms have ability to give birth to their same organisms. But for all the characteristics, while considering the characteristics, it is not quite to be true. So how exactly again in case of the reproduction, the two kinds of the reproductions are there, sexual reproduction and the asexual kind of the reproduction. The reproduction meaning is itself that the multiplication of the organisms. The one organism it will going to be multiply and it will going to be form the two kind of the organism. In most case of the asexual kind of the reproduction, what happens? In most of the asexual kind of the reproduction, the parental body it will going to be directly give birth to their two similar daughter cells. Or we are able to say the definition while seeing the definition of the asexual kind of the reproduction. What is that? Asexual kind of the reproduction is saying that there is the involvement of the single parent, or either there is no involvement of the any kind of the gametes. The directly single parent can have ability to give birth to their children or the daughters which are having the exactly copy of their parents. So this is the sexual kind, asexual kind of the reproduction. In the sexual kind of the reproduction, another kind of the definition. What is that? So that is nothing but the involvement of the both the male and the female parents. Is it right? The involvement of the both the male and the female parents, just by involving the formation of the gametes, the offsprings will going to be formed, which are again quite similar to their parents. So anyhow, in this session we are going to be discuss this somewhat about the. And one more important thing we are going to be talking here, the definition of the reproduction. We can able to explain by the another kind of the definition, that is nothing but the reproduction is nothing but the organisms which are having their ability to continue their generation, or the organisms which are having their continuity of the species generation from the generation. This is also the another kind of the definition. The continuity of species is also we can able to define the reproduction. And the most important thing within the reproduction only we are going to be talk about the two kind of the reproduction, that is nothing but the sexual kind of the reproduction, and another one is the asexual kind of the reproduction. Let me talk about the one by one. The first thing we are going to be take about the asexual kind of the reproduction. Asexual reproduction. So what is the definition of the asexual reproduction? Asexual reproduction is defining that only the single parent is involving, there is no involvement of the any kind of the gametes. The single parent which is directly giving birth to their young ones is termed as the asexual kind of the reproduction. Here the name is indicating asex, means nothing but there is no involvement of the sexes. So only the single parent have ability to give birth directly to their young ones. For example, if the amoeba is there, it will going to be directly cut and divide, and it will going to form the two daughter amoeba itself. Is it right? So what happening? There is no remaining of the virginity of the parents. So for that reason, in the earlier NCERT, what they are going to be mentioned, the unicellular, most of the unicellular organisms which are immortal in nature. Why? Because the directly parental body will going to be splitting and it will going to be forming or the working as the new individual, the daughter cells. Is it right? This directly parental body will going to be working as the two new individual, the daughter cells. So this is the most important in case of the asexual reproduction. So most important thing within the asexual reproduction only we are going to be observe that there is no involvement of the any kind of the gamete formation, because the single organism or the single parent which is having the ability to have direct give birth to their young ones. So another kind of the reproduction is nothing but the sexual kind of the reproduction. So we are going to be talk the one by one while talking about the difference in between the sexual and the asexual kind of the reproduction. So major important thing within the asexual reproduction, we are going to be use the term for the clones. What is meaning by the clones? Clones are nothing but the organisms or the offsprings which are genetically and the morphologically similar to their parents. Both these are the most important thing. Morphologically and genetically. Morphologically and genetically which are similar to their parents. Those things we are going to be termed as the clones, which are the very most important thing. What it means? Both the formed offsprings which are morphologically exactly copy of their parents. For example, if the amoeba is dividing, means the divided the portion of the the parental body, it will going to be leads to the formation of the two amoeba. So exactly these are looking like morphologically, it is exactly looking like their parents itself. And the genetically, so genetic combinations are also be exactly same of their parents. There is no any kind of the recombination and the variations are not possible. Why? Because here there is the involvement of only single parent. If both the parents, male and the female parents are involving, means there is the chance of the mixing of the both the characteristics, both from the parent, both the male and the female characteristics. Here only the single parent is involving. So for that the definition is nothing but the involvement of the single parent without the fusion or the formation of the any kind of the gametes is nothing but the asexual kind of the reproduction. In case of the most of the clones, so clones we are going to be termed as the organisms which are morphologically and genetically quite similar to their parents. Such organisms we are going to be termed as the clones. Is there is no any kind of the even 0.0001% of the variations as compared to their parents. So such things we are going to be termed as the clones. That is morphologically and genetically must and should they are going to be similar to their parents. So next one is the sexual kind of the reproduction. So what happens in case of the sexual reproduction? What is the definition of the sexual reproduction? Sexual reproduction is nothing but the involvement of the both the parents, involvement of the both male and the female parents by forming the both the male and the female gametes. The producing offsprings are we are going to be called as the sexual reproduction, or the reproduction organisms in which both the male and female parents are going to be involving, and the just by the formation of the both the male and the female gametes, the formed organisms we are going to be termed as the sexually reproducing organisms. Both the male and the female organisms are involving here. These are the biological symbols we are going to be using. This is nothing but the male and this is nothing but the female. So what happens? The male will always going to be form the male gamete, that is nothing but the sperm cells, and the female which is always going to be form the female gamete, that is nothing but the ovum or the egg cells. So what happens? The fusion of the both the male and female gametes is going to be leads to the formation of the diploid zygote. This is the most important thing. So always haploid male sperm cell and the haploid female ovum will going to be fused and to form the diploid zygote is termed as the, we are going to be observe the such kinds of the mechanism reproduction in the sexual reproduction. So sexual reproduction is itself defining that the fusion of the both male and the female gametes, the offsprings will going to be formed. So in this case what happens is there chances of the mechanism of the, that is nothing but the recombination and the variations are possible. So what happens? So the forming the child of the zygote, if it is having the 46 number of the chromosomes, means the 23 from their father and the 23 number of the chromosomes from their mother. Both the characteristics, father and the mother characteristics are mixing up here, and the resultant product zygote is carrying the both the characteristics. Is it right? Both the from the father and the mother, both the characteristics are carrying by the zygote or the, that is nothing but the offspring. So here what happens is there mixing up of the characteristics, both the male and the female characteristics are the mixing, and the recombinations is possible, and of course the variations are also possible in case of the sexual kind of the reproduction. Is it right? So both the variations and the recombinations are possible. Variations and recombinations are possible. So in the next, while we are going to be observing the difference between the sexual and the asexual kind of the reproduction, we are going to be talk in detail about these things. Is it right? So the next and the most important thing, the cycles in the reproduction. So what are the cycles in the organisms? So in NCERT they are going to be mentioned the most important thing, the cycles. Cycles are nothing but the, so each and every organism first once they are going to be take birth on the earth. So those organisms will going to be mature, that is nothing but the maturity or the development. So mature, and the later onwards, once they are going to be mature, they are going to be starts for the reproduce or the reproducing or the reproduction. Once they are going to be reproduced, at last the organisms are going to become dead, or the organisms are going to be dead. So this is the cycle of the organisms. In case of the reproduction, the organisms, each and every organism, they are having the cycles. What is that? The most of the organisms, once they are going to be take birth, and then they are going to be go for the maturation. Once they are going to be attain their maturity, so organisms are going to be reproduced. So attaining of the maturity we are going to be termed as the puberty. In biological, we are going to be termed as the puberty is nothing but the organisms which are attaining their reproducing level. Once the organisms will going to be mature completely for the reproducing level, the organisms will going to be starts for the reproducing. So once the organism is reproducing, organisms which are having the ability to give birth to their young ones of their same kind. Once they are going to be give birth, at last organisms will going to become dead. So this is the something is exceptional in case of the unicellular organisms. In the first video, we are going to be discussed that the most of the single-celled organisms which are immortal in nature, means nothing but those organisms are never having their death. So what happens? The most of the unicellular organisms like amoeba, they are going to be take birth and they are going to be mature. Is it right? Once they are going to take birth and they are going to be mature, so maturation, they are going to start reproducing. So how they are going to be reproduced in case of the most of the unicellular organisms? Those unicellular organisms are going to be divide their parental body and it will going to be leads to the formation of the two similar daughter cells of their parent. Is it right? So what happens is the originality of the parent will going to be not remain. The parental body is itself dividing and giving rise to the two new daughter cells. The originality of the parental body is never. We are going to be observed. So for that reason, those organisms doesn't having the death. Is it right? So this is the cycle in case of the organisms. And at last we are going to be seeing that the mechanism in case of the organisms. The reproduction mechanisms. What are the reproduction mechanisms we are going to be observed? So once again observe here, the most of the important thing in the first year we are going to be studying that 1.7 million to up to the 1.8 million species are present on the earth. 1.7 to 1.8 million species of the organisms are present in the earth. We are going to be studied in the first few syllabus. So the most important thing, these much of the organisms will going to be never exhibit the same kind of the mechanism of reproduction. These each and every organisms will going to be exhibit their different kind of the mechanism of the organisms. So first and the most important thing, these mechanism of the organisms will going to be completely depend upon first and the most important thing, habitat of the organisms. So habitat. So each and every organism they will going to live in the different kind of the habitat. The organisms which are living in the terrestrial. The terrestrial organisms which will going to be exhibit the different kind of the mechanism of the reproduction. They are going to be develop their different kind of the mechanism of the reproduction. If the organisms which are living in the aquatic, most of the aquatic species, they are going to be exhibit the different kind of the level of the mechanism of their reproduction. So habit is the most important thing, or the habitat is the most important thing, that the organisms are going to be exhibit the different kind of their reproduction mechanism. And another one is there some of the other factors also. So other factors, what are those other factors? They are going to be mentioned in NCERT. So other factors like even the temperature, the pH. So these and every factors, the environmental factors which are also affect on the mechanism of the reproduction. Those organisms which are living in the different kind of the environmental condition, those organisms will going to be develop their different mechanism of the reproduction. If the organisms which are living in the higher the temperature, they are going to be develop their different kind of the mechanism of the reproduction. If the organisms which are living in quite lower the temperature, those organisms are going to be always develop their different kind of the mechanism of the reproduction. For example, the organisms which are surviving in the Himalaya region, they are having their different mechanism of the reproduction. If the organisms which are surviving in the desert condition like the Sahara, those organisms which are having their different kind of the mechanism. So at the last one, so they are going to be mentioned in your NCERT, that is nothing but the other physiological factors. Even the internal physiological factors. So internal physiology or the internal physiological factors are also affect on the mechanism of reproduction. What are those? If the organisms they are having the very well developed or the well developed mechanism of the reproduction are there, the organisms will going to be always reproduce sufficiently. If the organisms they are having the ability to directly give birth to their young ones, means those organisms which are having the proper implantation in their body. If the organisms which are never having their the proper implantation within their body, those organisms will going to be always lay their eggs at the outer the environment from apart from the body, and they will going to be feed at the outer the environment, and they will going to be later onwards they will going to be give birth to the organism. So in the same case, what happens if there is no proper implantation, the organisms will going to be give the birth to the at the outside the body of the environment. If the proper implantation is there, which is the very most important thing. If the organisms which are having the implantation mechanism, proper implantation, those organisms will going to be always give directly birth to their young ones. So based on that, we are going to be classify the organisms like the oviparous animals, oviparous, viviparous, and the ovoviviparous. So such kinds of the organisms we are going to be classified just based on their ability of the mechanism of the reproduction. Is it right? So at last we are going to be discuss about the the difference between the sexual and the asexual kind of the reproduction. What is the difference between major difference between the sexual and the asexual kind of the reproduction? So as earlier we are going to be saying that, so what is the meaning of the asexual reproduction? Asexual reproduction is nothing but the only single parent is involving. Is it right? Only single parent is involving in the process of reproduction. In case of the sexual reproduction, both the male and female reproduction are both the male and the female parents are involving. Parents are involving in cases of the reproduction. That is nothing but the in sexual reproduction. So what is the next difference between the asexual and the sexual reproduction? So just because of the involvement of the only single parent, there is no recombination and the variations. There is no recombination and variation. So why there is no recombination and variation? Because only the single parent which is directly giving birth to their young ones. Here there is no any kind of the chances there is no any kind of chance of the mixing of the both the male and the female characters. But while coming to the sexual kind of the reproduction, what happens? Of course there is the chances of the variations and the recombination. Is it right? Variation and recombination. So what happens in case of the sexual kind of the reproduction? Both the male and the female parents are going to be involved. Just by the formation of the male will going to be always from the male sperm cell, and the female will going to be always from the female ovum or the egg cell. So just by the fusion of the both the male and the female gamete, the zygote, the formed diploid zygote, which is having the both the characteristics, or it may having the some other new characteristics. Just by mixing the 50% of the male characteristics and the 50% from the female characteristics, the formed resultant zygote may having the some other new characteristics. So for that reason, variations and the recombinations are possible in case of the sexual reproduction. But in case of the asexual reproduction, there is no chances of the variations and the recombinations. Why? Because only single parent is involved in case of the asexual reproduction. But the sexual reproduction, there is involvement of both the male and the female reproduction. Male and the female parents. There is the formation of the both the male and the female gametes. Fusion of the male and female gametes. The resultant zygote is having the either from the male characteristics or either from the mother characteristics, or it may having the some other new characteristics which are not obtained even from the father and the mother. So such kinds of the variations and the recombinations are possible in case of the sexual kind of the reproduction. And the very most and the important thing, so these are the major differences between the asexual kind of the reproduction and the sexual kind of the reproduction. So still better example we can able to see in case of for the variations and the recombinations means, for example, best example, if the father is having the blue colored eye and if the mother is having the black colored eye. So what happens? The fusion of the both the characteristics, the blue colored eye characteristics from the male and the black colored eye characteristics from the female, the resultant zygote may have the brown colored eye. So is it right? So the blue color, if the father is having the blue colored eye and the mother is having the black colored eye, the resultant zygote or the offspring or baby may having the brown colored eye means what happens? Both the mixing up of the both the characteristics from the male and the female the resultant offspring may having the some other new characteristics. These are nothing but the variations and the recombinations. We are going to be clearly study in the coming next chapters, that is nothing but the genetics. At last, we are going to be talking about the what are the some other major differences between the sexual reproduction and the asexual reproduction. In case of the asexual reproduction, there is the possible of the chances of the formation of the clones. Is it right? So, in case of the sexual reproduction, there is no formation of the clones. What it means? The clones are nothing but the organisms which are completely genetically and morphologically quite similar to their parents. So, in case of the sexual reproduction, is there possibility of the variations and the recombinations? Means, so these organisms which are never, if they are morphologically similar to their parents, at least the genetically they may be different from their parents. So, for that reason, there is no chances of the formation of the clones in case of the sexual reproduction. But in case of the asexual kind of the reproduction, is there chances of the formation of the clones? Means both the morphologically as well as the genetically, which are quite 100% similar to their parents. This is the very most important the difference and the information about the sexual and the asexual reproduction. Anyhow, friends, thank you for watching the video. Once again, the remaining part or the remaining portion of the sexual reproduction, asexual kind of the reproduction, we will going to be talk in detail about the coming videos. So once again, thank you for the watching the videos. If you are going to get benefit this video, please like, share and the subscribe the video. Thank you for watching. Once again, we are going to be meet in the next video by the next concept of the NCERT. Hope you people are clear this topic. Once again, thank you one and all.